Eagle artists. Welcome to your art day. I'm here outside in my yard and I am so excited to tell you about what your new project is going to be. So far in our sculpture unit, you've made a paper sculpture, a toothpick sculpture or choice materials modular sculpture, and we have started to talk about what might happen to our artwork in different locations. So now it's time to take our artwork outside. To start this project, I'm going to share with you a new artist for inspiration, Andy Goldsworthy. Andy Goldsworthy is a famous artist for making art outside, just like this one. His art could be called land art or earthworks because it's made in nature from natural materials. After this video, you will have a choice to either create an earthwork yourself, like this one, or to continue with sculpture. But this time, create a new sculpture that is designed in some way to stay outside, like this one. So, make sure that you watch the whole video, see the rubric, create your artwork, and then do the reflection slide. I can't wait to see what you will create. Now, let's start. The main artist that we will learn about this week is Andy Goldsworthy. Let's take a look at some of his artwork. Andy Goldsworthy is a British environmental artist who creates artworks in natural settings using only materials he finds at the same locations, including stones, leaves, sticks, flowers, as well as other natural objects. He takes photos of his work and then leaves them to slowly return back to nature, which means that they will eventually disappear by themselves. Why does he do this? He says that he only uses nature to make his art because the creative process helps him to understand nature and life more. What is your opinion of his artwork? Would you like to see one in person? Option 1 for this week's project is to create your own earthwork art. Fall is the perfect time of year to make land art. I found some fallen pine cones and pine needles near to my house, as well as some dried flowers, and I made this mandala over the weekend. It took some patience, but I really enjoyed it. Going with the fall theme, I also used a pumpkin, but I liked it without the pumpkin too. After I made my fall mandala, I also made a spiral earthwork with rocks and seashells. I bet you can guess which one of my two examples has lasted longer. If you like the mandala approach, take a look at these other nature mandalas I found from other artists on Pinterest. There are so many possibilities. What elements or principles of art do you notice in the earthworks? I notice a lot. There are many lines, shapes, and patterns, different colors, even many textures in the mandala artwork. What lines, shapes, or patterns will you use? Will you include color, It could also be nice to switch things up and make yours from a different shape, such as a heart or a star. I even found one that looks like a flower. Or maybe you'd rather make something realistic. Some artists have also made animals or even self-portraits outside. Notice how even these realistic earthworks also use lines, shapes, and colors in a specific way. Okay, but what if you can't find enough natural materials, or you really prefer building a sculpture? Option 2 for this week is to build an outdoor sculpture. If you choose this option, you can use materials that you have inside your house or that you buy. They could be something like popsicle sticks, recyclable materials, or other small objects. Just keep in mind that you will put your sculpture outside, so the materials or the way you connect them, or both, can consider the environment. For example, I didn't choose paper or carton so that my sculpture wouldn't blow away easily. I also chose string instead of tape to connect my pieces, so that it would stay together if it gets wet in the rain. What other things may be important to consider? You should be able to explain at least one choice you made because of keeping the sculpture outside. Now that you have seen your two options for this project, and hopefully some great inspiration too, take a look at your rubric before you start. There are 3 points on this rubric as it appears in Google Classroom. 1 is for adjusting your artwork materials and process for your outdoor location. 1 is for using your creativity and careful attention to make it look nice. And the last point is for completing a reflection slide at the end. Now it's your turn. I can't wait to see what you will create. Remember to take photos of your artwork and upload them to this assignment. And do the reflection slide. See you next week on Zoom.